I found out my wife cheated in the beginning of our relationship. My wife 36F and I 38M have been together since 2010, married in 2016. We both work full-time and don't have kids. We've been trying for a while without success, though recent events left me wondering if I really want this with her. We met when we both got in the university, me in 2007 and she in 2008. We were friends before we got together. In the end of 2009/start of 2010, she was going through a bad time in her relationship at the time, and I ended up supporting her with a mutual friend of ours. She broke up with her ex, and a few months later, one thing led to another and we ended up kissing, which led to me inviting her on a date, and the rest just happened. We were officially together in 2010, and I couldn't be happier. Our marriage and relationship in general were always pretty good, we've always communicated well, and I never had a reason to suspect my wife was cheating. Last Saturday, there was a barbecue in her brother's house. I got inside to get some stuff in the kitchen. While I was looking inside the fridge, I overheard my wife talking to her sister in the other room. I wasn't trying to snoop on them at first, I really don't do this kind of thing, but then I heard something like, "My name, can never know about this." Well, of course that was my cue to actually snoop. I hid and listened to their talking. Apparently her sister almost cheated on her boyfriend and was feeling guilty, and my wife told her about the time she slept with a guy who was a lab assistant with her at the university. After we started dating, we were exclusive, in 2010. In her own words, she said, "I wasn't sure things with my name would work out at the time and I just allowed myself to do it. I felt guilty once I saw how much he loved me and treated me well, and I could see a future with him." Then her sister asked if something else happened later in the relationship, and my wife said, "No, it was just that one time and I wish I could forget about it." I haven't talked to her about this yet. I'm not even sure how to approach her. I feel incredibly hurt, and I know confronting her right now may just worsen things. Again, I never had reasons to suspect she cheated, but she hid this from me all these years, and now that I just found out, it feels like she just cheated on me. I'm really broken. She noticed I am not myself these past days, and I dismissed it by saying it's just stress, but she knows me, and she will keep trying to get an answer. I don't know what to do. Should just try and forget what I heard? I don't know if I should talk to her right now, or process it in therapy first. Edit. I decided I will talk to her, but not right now. I'm still very upset and I don't want this to turn into a shouting match. I want it to be a conversation, not a fight. I have a therapy session today and I will speak with my therapist about it. Hopefully it will help me start this conversation with my wife. Had I known she cheated at the time, I would have broken up with her. I understand everyone saying, "Just leave," but this is the person I built my life with. The person who supported me in so many ways, and helped me grow as a person and as a professional. Before I make any harsh decisions, I want to hear what she has to say about this. Then I will decide for myself what will be the way forward. No, I don't believe she cheated on me other than this time. She never gave me any reasons to think she did. I've always had access to her phone, she was never secretive of anything, and we spend most of our free time together. But how she will answer when I talk to her about it will surely either confirm this, or change it completely. Edit 2. I talked to my therapist. It helped me a lot, my head is in a much better place now, and I will talk to my wife tonight. My decision on what will be my next steps will be based on the way she reacts and responds to me. Also, people are assuming we weren't exclusive when the cheating happened. We were. Words were lost in translation as, after we started dating, literally means, "Depois que começamos a namorar," in my mother tongue, and this is something we say in my country only when couples are exclusive. Which was our case. We did have a phase of friends with benefits when we were both seeing other people, but we knew about it.
Relevant comment. Commenter. It appears you guys started fairly soon after this breakup, perhaps too soon, maybe. Perhaps she didn't have time to heal, find herself again. We sometimes lose ourselves in relationships, then it can take time to redefine ourselves afterwards.
OP. We did, but not in an official way. After she broke up with her ex, we had a friends with benefits phase, when we would just hang out as friends and have fun when we felt like it. At this time, we were also seeing other people, and we both knew about it, so it wasn't cheating. Again, we weren't exclusive. Her cheating on me, however, happened after I asked her to be my girlfriend, officially. She said yes, we were a couple, changed Facebook status, etc. Apparently this slip happened a few weeks after, in a party they threw to say goodbye to one of her friends who was leaving the country. She kissed the guy, the lab assistant, and ended up sleeping with him, and later regretting it. Rationally, I know the context and know what was going on in her mind at the time, but still, it happened, and if I knew it back then, we would have broken up for sure. I will talk to her about it, and depending how this conversation will go, then I have some thinking to do. That's why I don't want to do it right now when my head is hot.
Commenter 2. So I guess another important question is, do you really think you wouldn't have forgiven her if she had confessed it when it happened? Do you really think you wouldn't have missed her and found a way to work through that broken trust?
OP. No, I would probably have broken up with her, had I known at the time. Especially this early on. I was a different person back then, and this would have hurt my ego so bad that I wouldn't even want to look her in the face again. I'm a different person today, and I understand the context of that time, almost as someone who would be watching from a third-person perspective, if that makes sense. That's why I didn't say anything just yet. I don't think this is the end. I will talk to her, but depending on how she responds, that will be a game changer, for good or worse. Update. I received a lot of good feedback on my other post. As usual, there's the Divorce Now crew on Reddit, but among those, I was actually surprised to see good suggestions. Anyway, after I made the post, I talked to my therapist. She helped me put things in perspective, and made me really think on what and how I value my relationship with my wife. She made me realize that I really needed to have this conversation with my wife, but not about the cheating itself, but about how she hid it from me. Last night, I decided to speak with my wife. I waited until we were both chilling, and called her to our bedroom, saying I needed to talk. She tensed up and went with me, asked me what was wrong. We both sat on our bed, and I had to hold myself together not to break down in front of her. I said I heard when she spoke to her sister about the time she cheated when we started our relationship, yes, when we started being exclusive. I said I was hurt, a lot, but even more due to the fact that she hid it from me. I asked her why she did it, and why she never told me anything. She broke down crying in front of me. She said it was true, it happened right after we became exclusive. She said that us being friends at the time, and even having a friends with benefits phase made her fall in love with me pretty fast. At the time, she had some friends that kept encouraging her to stay away from me, because she was getting too much attached, and too fast, and she needed to wait and have more fun before going all in into another relationship. When I asked her to be my girlfriend, she said she really wanted to be together with me, so she said yes. But her being her words, naive idiot at the time, she let herself get influenced by those friends, and in one of those night outs, she got drunk and ended hooking up making out with the guy that worked with her in the lab. She said it was just a hookup make out and nothing sexual happened, and she swore she exaggerated the story to her sister, but they did not have sex. She said she regretted it immediately, and left the party for her home and cried all night. I said it was irrelevant if they had sex or not, it was the fact that she kept this hidden from me that hurts the most. She cried again, and said it was wrong of her, it was a stupid mistake, she just wanted to pretend it never happened. Said she was afraid I was going to leave her for something so stupid and did not have the courage to tell me. She swore she loved me, and never felt anything for anyone else after we got together. Then she begged for me to forgive her, again saying it was a stupid mistake of a young and naive girl who has gotten out of a bad relationship and let herself be influenced by bad friends. I felt she was honest, and I mean it. I believe every word of her, and I feel she genuinely regrets what has happened. I said I forgive her, but I wouldn't be able to celebrate the date of our start again. So we decided to pick another date. We now celebrate our marriage anniversary, and the date we moved in together. She deflated like a balloon after we spoke. She said it was tormenting her to keep this secret, and I'm not gonna lie and say this situation did not leave a mark on our relationship, it did, things definitely shifted, but not in a we need to end kind of way. But talking to her really did me good, and I love her more than anything in my life. Even though it hurt me, I am now certain we will both be able to navigate this together. Edit, people are getting crazy over my bad English again. Apparently, hookup means having sex, and I didn't know that. I meant, make out. Not everyone on Reddit is from the USA.